Hello everyone, Barbart is here. In this video we're gonna talk about Venice, the don'ts of Venice. There are rules in Venice that you should follow when you are here to be able to enjoy the city and not to disturb the locals. When you're coming to Venice, pack really light. You don't need a lot of stuff, but also you don't want to grab all your luggages and bring it to the other part of the island through all these bridges that Venice has. I saw so many tourists that they are trying to survive the city. So pack really light. You don't need the one. Fortunately, it's too windy outside, so I have to talk here. You don't need the luggages, the suitcases, which has the wheels, like none of that. You need to bring stuff that are light, you can put on your back, because the Vaporetto, the city bus, the water bus can bring your luggages, or you can pay the taxi drivers to bring your luggages, but I think you should listen to me and pack really lightly. The second one is don't feed the pigeons. In Piazza San Marco there are a lot of pigeons and seagulls that are trying to grab your food. The carabinieri, the police will come there and will tell you not to feed them. I don't think they're gonna give you a fee or anything, but you should be careful and don't feed the pigeons. You shouldn't sit on the ground. It's something that you can't do in Venice. There are no benches usually, just in the areas where the locals are living, in parks, but in the touristic areas there are no benches, so you can't sit on the floor. You have to go into a bar. They're kind of forcing you to go into a bar. The good thing about Venice is that it's really small and it's always changing and it's really interesting, and you can get lost, and you should get lost. I would recommend that you are not following the touristic path. You can just go and and explore the city. It's much more fun. Because the GPS is not working really well because of all the water that is around the city, then I would not recommend trying to find on your smartphone where you are once you want to know where you are. So you need a paper map and try to understand where you are and how to get back to your hotel or Airbnb. There are signs if you're going from the train station to the Rialto and San Marco, which is the main one. There's one main road that is going there. There are signs there which are telling you per Rialto, to the Rialto bridge, or per San Marco, Piazza San Marco, to the San Marco Square. And on the way back is gonna be written per Ferrovia, so that is the train station. So there are signs on this road that you can follow and find your way back. But other places in the city, it's not written. So that's why I'm saying a paper map would be really important that you have. Don't swim in the canals. It's really important. You can get a really big fee if you are doing it, even 2,000 euros. Every summer there are tourists that are swimming in the canals. You can't do that, especially because the water is not clean there and you can get some kind of infection, and it's really dangerous in so many ways. Be careful around the canals because there are these steps and a lot of people likes to sit there, and once you see the green algae, that is so slippery. It's really easy to fall into the water because it's really slippery. A lot of even locals are falling in, so you have to be really careful. If you see the green algae, don't step on that step. About the dress code, if you want to go into the Basilica in Piazza San Marco or any kind of other church in Venice or in Italy in general, you have to dress accordingly. So your knee shouldn't be out, so you can't wear shorts or short skirts. Your shoulders shouldn't be out. Put a scarf over it or something. This is really important that in churches you have to kind of cover up. Don't expect free bathrooms. There are public bathrooms. I did talk about this in other videos. There are public bathrooms that you have to pay 1 or maybe now 2 euros. I'm not sure. But I think it's still 1 euro. They are really clean. You can find diaper changing stations. Watch the other video when I'm talking about this in detail. If you go into a bar, then you can like have a coffee for 1 euro, 1.5 euro, and then you can also use the bathroom. But before you do that, you should ask them if they have a bathroom, because some bars doesn't have it. So you will buy just the coffee and then there's no bathroom. It's really unfortunate. But yeah, like you have some kind of drink, a cappuccino or a spritz or something, and then you can go to the bathroom. Eventually it's better. But yeah, there are some public bathrooms as well. Watch my other video where I'm showing exactly where they are in Venice. Avoid the touristic restaurants. You're not gonna have a good experience. They're gonna give you like weird dishes that are not part of Venice. Like in Venice you shouldn't eat pizza, for example. I mean, there are like fine pizzas or whatever, but it's like in Venice you should eat fish, cicchetti or bacala, vongole, and like fish. So I would recommend that you're doing that. And if you're going to a touristic restaurant, you're not gonna have that, or you're not gonna have like the traditional experience. Where are the men who are like standing outside the restaurant and try to lure in the tourists? Those are the touristic restaurants. Go into a trattoria or an osteria to have like a good experience, and you're gonna eat really well. I know it's summer now, but I would recommend that you're not coming to Venice in the summer, because it's way too hot. There's way too many people. You're not gonna be able to enjoy it. There's so many times that I heard in Venice tourists that are like upset about this fact that there's so many people, and it's their fault. Like the Venice is not for the summer. It's like it's extremely hot and it's extremely crowded. You should come in September or in October when it's still a little warm, but it's not that crowded anymore. Or maybe even November. November is really, really nice, but November is already kind of cold next to the sea. And don't forget to explore like other parts of Venice. Venice is not just the main island. There are lots of other small islands around it where what you can reach with Vaporetto, with the taxi boats. And they are all really beautiful, unique, interesting. And of course, the most famous one is Burano Island and Murano Island. Burano is the one where they have a lot of colorful houses. I made a video about this one. Check that out. And there's also Murano, where they are making the glass statues. Those places are amazing and really interesting, so you should absolutely check them out. But there's so many other islands. Just by itself is interesting. Like, where I went to school, for example, it's a really, really small island, and we had just a school, a church, and another building over it, and that was it. It was a really small island, and it was fun. It was really fun. So I would recommend that you are making a little tour around the main island. And there's Lido. Lido Island is really close to the main island as well. It's a really long island, and it's so interesting. Like it's the first part of it is just it's a classic beach island, but then if you go a little bit on the south, it starts to be so different, and the locals are living there, and so much fun. Like you can go there with a bus, and there's bus there. So on that island there are cars, which is great. It's so interesting. So there are cars there and the bus and everything, but it's still a really small island. That's it. These were the 10 points that I wanted to talk about. I hope this was interesting and useful, and see you in the next video. Subscribe if you want, videos about Italy, living in Italy. I am living in Italy, but I can give you, because I'm a local, I can give you a lot of insights about how to you know, have a good experience once you are coming here for holidays. So absolutely follow me. And I'm also making videos about art, my art, and being a mom and stuff like this. So if you are interested, then please follow, and see you next week. Ciao.